Hey, what's up, YouTube? Once again, my name is Xavier. You can call me X. Come at you with another movie review today. As you can see, I actually do live in a house, so that's good news for me. Um, anyways, so yeah, if I'm not for sure if you've ever done this, but if you've ever gone to the movies and you miss your showtime and it's like, oh, never heard of this movie. Let's go watch that instead. Well, yeah, that's what pretty much I did. I've never seen the trailer for this movie I'm going to be talking about today. Just went into it totally blind, not even knowing what it's about. I recognized a couple of the actors, but that was pretty much it. Real quick though, I actually saw the movie Thoroughbreds. Don't really know who the director is per se. His name is Corey Finley. This type of movie that looks like this might have been his first or second time movie. He's like one of those younger directors. So, and he did a good job. Just kind of heads up as well too. But just kind of going into the movie though, I'm just going to go ahead and get straight into it. Did I like this movie and should you go watch it? Yes and yes. This movie is not for everybody. It's very awkward, uncomfortable, weird. It has actually kind of low-key has a lot of funny points in this movie. So that's definitely good. Honestly, I think the acting in this movie was really good as well too, from the main two characters. I believe Anya Taylor-Joy, you might recognize her from Split. From Olivia Cook, if you ever seen the movie Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, she plays the dying girl in the movie. So yeah, they did a really good job. Some things I loved about this movie, and some of the reasons why I like this movie, the tone of this movie, the mood that it made you feel. One of the characters, played by Olivia Cook, she was very awkward. She was very weird. She showed no emotion. So everything from her was awkward, weird. The music felt very awkward and weird. Just her walking from room to room and scenes, just the mood that the movie sets you in, just you can feel it. One of the characters, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, her character was very buttoned up, uncomfortable in her setting that she was in. So you felt that within her performance, within the music that was playing in the background, just this whole feeling of the movie whenever she was there. Just you can just feel just the tone seeping in you. So I think that's a great job of what they did with the movie. With the main characters, you can feel almost the presence of what they were trying to convey within the film to you. So I was like, okay, almost kind of like a good scary movie. Actually, you can feel the suspense, like you feel suspenseful. It felt like that, even though it's not a scary movie. Like I said, it was actually surprisingly kind of funny. Anton Yelchin, he recently just passed away, I believe, last year. He's the guy that played the Russian guy in the Star Trek movies as of recently. So yeah, definitely rest in peace for him. He did a great job. His character was kind of a wannabe entrepreneur. You'll see me. I'm gonna be big in 10 years. Kind of famous line he had in the movie. He did a great job as well too. So yeah, I guess those are kind of my shadows, just the three main actors in this movie. Pretty much the plot of this movie is kind of like, this is where you're going to lose a lot of people, to be honest with you. This is why while I was watching the movie, I was like, this is weird. This is kind of has me on the fence of whether or not I actually like this movie or whether you guys are going to like this movie. But I'll be honest with you, it's a good movie. I like the movie. I'm not really loving the premise that much. I can't see myself rewatching this movie over and over again. I don't think this is going to click with a lot of people just because it's out there. Something similar to this, like you think of a movie called, Horrible Bosses, where they're like, oh, okay, we don't like our bosses. They're mean to us. They're assholes. So we're going to kill them. And it's going to be funny. This movie doesn't really play as funny. And even though it's a drama, it does have some comedic undertones to it. It's more played out as a drama. They pretty much, the two main characters, which is the two females, they reconnect because they used to be friends when they're younger. And throughout them hanging out with them at one of their houses, and one of them has a stepdad, pretty much who really isn't like physically or verbally abusive. They're like, one of the guys is like, yeah, why would you just kill him? Now, there is a little bit of debate about that with the main character whose stepfather that is, but ultimately, the story pretty much folds out and goes out between how they're going to do it and whether they not should do it, and so on and so forth, pretty much killing the stepfather. And yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of people like, oh, that's some first world problems. You got a good life, nice comfortable home, educate the best education possible. I mean, yeah, your stepfather's kind of a, an asshole, but he's not like straight up just mean to you, like abusing you in some type of way. But yeah, that's a good solution. Yeah, just kill him. Just kill him. Just get rid of him. So that's kind of like, okay. But yeah, like I said, with the tones in the movie, I definitely is gonna think it could set some people off as well too. Like I said, that uncomfortable, awkward, mood in the movie can kind of make it drag. Even though the movie's only really about like an hour and 20 minutes, maybe 30 at most, at best. I think it's more so around like an hour and 20 something minutes. So it kind of gets along with the story real quick. Once again, I like the movie. I suggest that you guys go watch it. It's one of those small little indie films. I think that probably as a first or a second time, it has to be his first or second time directing the movie. I can't see this. This is not, Christopher Nolan. This is not Steven Spielberg directing this movie. And the actual director, he actually wrote this movie as well too. So he put a lot of the hard work, heavy lifting into this movie. I think he did a great job. His name is Corey Finley. So I'll definitely be looking out for him. All the actors and actresses in this movie actually did a very good job as well too. Skips the mind who played the stepdad, but if you've seen House of Cards, the guy who's the journalist for Mrs. Underwood, I forgot her first name, but pretty much watch House of Cards. He plays the stepdad. He's the journalist in the House of Cards who's following around the Underwoods throughout a couple seasons. He does a great job playing the kind of, mean stepdad. Honestly, I think out of the 100, I'm going to go ahead and give this like an 82. So I'm going to give this a very positive review. Like I said, just heads up though, this movie ain't for everybody. It's not like an artsy film like I would say like Annihilation was. If you haven't seen my review, I kind of elaborate on that as well too. There's not any spectacular visuals. It's not a comedy where it's going to have you just dying laughing like that. It's not an action movie. It's a drama with some comedic undertones in it. That's very awkward. It gets you in that mood very good into this movie. Like I said, it's not for everybody though. So I'm just going to say that straight up. But if you see this movie or if you have seen this movie, let me know what you thought. Tell people what you thought. Let's have always like that communication. Definitely, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Come at you guys with some more reviews throughout the weeks as well too. Once again, my name is Xavier, and still trying to figure out a good way to end this video. So I'm just gonna go. I'll see you later. Bye.